Morning all. As I say, just a little job which can turn up any time of year, be it Christmas, as we're in now, or in the middle of summer. If a plant appears to not look happy, and I can remember one of our older members, who is no longer with us, Muriel Stillwell, she was judging some plants once again many years ago. One of my plants she was judging, and she said it didn't sparkle, and I always remember that. What did she mean? Well, experience has shown that she was a very good grower of the other succulents and some cacti, and the plant just wasn't right. And she was right. The plant rotted off within the next couple of days. That was Lithops optica rubra. I can remember it well. I was only a kid at the time, a bit younger than I am now. Anyhow, her words echoed in my mind, and yeah, this often happens. This happened to one of my plants. Now I'll have a look at the actual picture of the plant. There we are. That is Crassula pyramidalis. I can't even say it right. Anyhow, the name will appear on the thing. It was, the botanist was Thunberg. There we are. Crassula pyramidalis. It's like a pyramid, it means. So it's four-sided. And there's a picture of the plant. This book, by the way, is an old one. It's been well used, as you can see. It's falling apart. The Succulentum Lexicon by Herman Jacobson. Herman Jacobson was curator, I believe, at the Keele Botanic Gardens, and an expert on the other succulents. So it just happened to have that picture in the book. Anyhow, what happened, the plant which was in that pot, and some of you may remember it as the complete plant in one of my other videos I made. But anyhow, it didn't look right. And you look at the base of the plant, it's ghastly. A time comes, and I suppose we all get old, and needs rejuvenating. Unfortunately, humans and animals can't be rejuvenated. They couldn't cut me in half and start me off again. That's just not possible. But with plants, particularly succulents, cacti, it can be done, and it's a good way of preserving the plant. Now, I've already chopped it down. It was that reminded me, shall I do a video on it? And I thought, well, go on, it's something to do. Anyhow, each piece is treated as a cutting, obviously, and what I did was to remove the old stem. It was either dead, you could tell it was dead. Cut it down to green. Here you've got a nice green growing area. You do that to all the pieces that are left. There, that would make a nice plant just in a pot. I don't know what I'm going to do with these. Am I going to pot them up singly? Put them back into a pot like that? Well, obviously with new soil. That'd be cheating a bit. Because the guide to show says that plants that are put on the show bench should be single plant, not several plants in a pot. You often see this on shows, particularly shows itself with lithops. You see two lithops, we think, oh, is that the same plant or not? It might be slightly different. All right, this is all the same clone. So in theory, it is all the same plant. So, can you get away with it being planted up in one pot or not? My honesty say that no, you can't do that. That'd be rather naughty. So perhaps the best idea with this is to plant them in a tray, seed tray or something like that. Here they're just laying ready, just been cut today, so they've obviously have to be dried so the ends callus over. That is the forming of a skin to protect the live tissue that's in there. Now, while this process has been taking place, you often see, in my case, unfortunately, some pests. Whether it's a form of mealybug, I don't know. As you know, I've had a lot of trouble with certain brands of compost, and I would advertise now, if you're going to get a John Innes compost, get one that originates from Ireland. They seem to be better than a lot of the English ones, which, as I also said before, are allowed to put household rubbish and garden rubbish in with the mix. So you buy a nice, well, you think a nice bag of John Innes, and it turns out to have a load of garden rubbish in it containing grass cuttings which could be treated with weed killer, weeds, same thing. So, you know, stick to the Irish ones if you can get them. I'm having the job, I must admit, to actually getting it. The brand I believe it's called Clover. There's a couple of other ones, so they are quite good, I understand. Anyhow, enough of the adverts. If you get these bugs, I use, and this is going to cause a lot of people to think, oh, one of those. Now the one on the left is Asda Fly and Wasp, and the one on the right is Johnson's Raid. I think you'll find they are the same inside the tin. They smell the same, they look the same. Price is a bit cheaper on the Asda one, so where possible I try to buy the Asda. But they both seem to be effective, and I know that another well-known cactus grower in this country uses Raid. It did in one case. I was told off severely because I had put a little thing in, I think it was Instagram, where I mentioned about Raid, and I was told off. So I don't go on Instagram now. It was through the Cactus Society, which is a pity because, yeah, all right, use your loaf when you apply this stuff. You're not going to spray it everywhere. And I know it says for household use, which they said doesn't include a greenhouse. Anyhow, I tend to use this stuff. Before you could use that, there was such things as Rogor, malathion, things that were really effective, but unfortunately they were probably too effective, and I believe they did cause the death of several people. Another I can think of was Fowler's mealybug destroyer. They were all good things, but say now they're not available. And I find this is, there are other ones, there's so-called systemic insecticide, which seem to change their formulation. You don't know where you are. But I know these two work, and I have used them to spray the bottom parts where the little white so-and-sos were. Anyhow, that is more or less it. I did mention the name of the plant. It's a Crassula, pyramidalis. Oh, I said it right then. And what I will probably do is to root these after a week or so drying. Either root them in a bit of sand or a bit of compost, making sure it's good compost, and wait until roots are formed, which they will, and you've got new plants. It's a particular plant I've always liked. I don't know where I got it from, probably one of the other shows or the bring and buys. Anyway, I'll show you my nice set of scissors, which are ideal for giving a clean cut on there, so that you've got a clean cut to start with. So what I would do is leave those in this little tray, somewhere warm, indoors preferably. The greenhouses can get a bit chilly this time of year, and then plant up in some nice clean John Innes compost. I would use number 3. 3 has got 3 times the amount of fertiliser as 1. You've got a seed compost as well. But anyhow, good luck with finding a decent compost. I obviously can't name the naughty ones, which I found to be not very good. I'm not allowed to. But you can use your imagination and probably come up with an answer. I'm not allowed to. So that's all I've got to say on there. So happy growing. And once again, these type of jobs have to be done whenever they are called upon. And these were called upon this time of year, Christmas time. There's the old plant, or the remains of the old plant. They look ghastly. But this happens in old age. It happens in old age. You rejuvenate those and you get yourself some nice new little cuttings. Possibly little cuttings to take along to the local branch. Which a lot of the new members and that like to see these things and get a chance to buy the plants or have the plant donated or the money given to the branch. Whatever, they end up in getting a nice little plant. Anyway, that's all I've got to say on that subject. So, yeah, once again, happy Christmas to you all, as I said previously. Watch the greenhouses at the moment. We're going through a very cold spell. I know heating costs are rocketing, thanks to the Russians and what they're doing out there. I don't know quite where the world's going to, or coming from. I just don't know what's happening. But let's hope it cheers up soon. Unfortunately, I don't think it will. Anyhow, I'm going to shut up now. Thanks for watching. Any comments please make, and I'll try and get back to you. Thank you.